Hi everybody. So I'm going to show everybody how to make the Tootsie Roll roses that you probably saw the girls eating in the video. It's pretty simple and easy, and you can pretty much decorate anything with it or just stick them in a school lunch. Alright, let's get to making roses. Okay, so the first thing, obviously, you're going to want to unwrap your Tootsie Rolls. Now, I'm going to just use the colored ones and not the chocolate ones to make them a little bit of like a colorful rose. So I have not like warmed any of these. They'll pretty much get soft in your hand. I actually learned this in a home ec class. I don't even know if they teach home ec anymore, but we had home ec. And we did several different, I think I'm going to start, which color center? Maybe a green. Yeah, we had, for each marking period, we had a different thing. So we did the cooking and the sewing and, basic household things. So it doesn't really matter the size of your first piece, but you want to squish it. And it doesn't matter if it's like perfectly rounded or not, but you want to get it pretty flat. Make sure I'm still on camera. So you can see it's pretty thin. And you're just gonna, it's kind of like a semicircle, and you're just gonna kind of fold it to kind of make the center of a rose. And you're gonna kind of roll the bottom of it. And that'll be the start of the rose. I'm going to do, like I said, several colors, so I'll make each of the girls one. I may only videotape one of them, and we'll stick them in their lunch tomorrow. But once you stick them in the refrigerator, they do get, more solid. They will soften up as they're, in the regular air temperature. So you can make these petals giant, or you can make them small, like half this size, whichever you prefer, really. But you take the petal, you just kind of cup it at the bottom, and then kind of just press it in there. And then you can roll the bottom again. Sorry, I'm not on camera. Roll the bottom again. I'm going to do this several times. And you can always, at the end, flare out the rose petals, so it'll look more and more like a rose. I'm just going to keep breaking off little pieces and alternating them. So just squish them nice and thin. And just kind of layer it in there. I'm just kind of pinching at the bottom, and you can pull this out. You can make it, a little bit more realistic if you like. It's hard to watch what I'm doing and also watch the camera, what you guys are saying. I'm trying to keep it on camera. This is kind of like a little bit more of a closer up thing than what I'm used to. Yellow. But you can kind of see the rose coming in there. You can hear Charlie. I think Chester might be sleeping at this point. The girls are definitely sleeping. Charlie is always looking for food. Okay, so here's our rose. Oh, there's his water. So I'm going to kind of fold this a little bit at the bottom and then attach it to right here. And at the bottom of this right here is where I'm pinching it. And then I'm rolling it. You can open it up a little bit. Now you can also take from the bottom and add that on. So as this goes down, you can either leave it as a stem or cut it off to stick it in a cake. So I might do one more petal because I do have one more flavor. I have a vanilla flavor. I might do, maybe I'll do two. I might pinch off the end of that and turn that into a colorful petal. So here's the vanilla Tootsie Roll flavor. I don't even know if they're actually called Tootsie. I think they might just be fruit. Oh no, they are by the same company, Tootsie. They're called Fruit Chews instead of Tootsie Rolls. So I usually use wherever I tour as the bottom part of it because it's a little bit smoother on top. I don't think it really matters. Okay, so you want to kind of cup it, figure out where it goes. It'll look pretty there, and then just kind of squish it. Now, if you notice that your rose is getting too soft, you can always stick it in the refrigerator just for a little bit, and the cold air will harden it up a little. And if you accidentally squish any of the petals in, you can always pull them right back out. And then you just roll it at the stem. Now I'm going to pull off some of the stem right here, and we're going to turn this into a petal. So I'm just going to squish this all together. I may add a little bit more to it. That's pretty good, actually. So see how I'm making this kind of longer and not quite so, I guess, fat this way? We'll just add this. I'm going to flip it over. Add this right here. Sticking to my fingers rather than the Tootsie Roll. Squish in there. Now, I did squish some of the petals, but you can always, like I said, pull them right back out. And there you have it. You have a beautiful rose for a cupcake or an actual cake. And you can, if you think it's like too long this way, you can squish it down and then mold it back into flower or rose shape. Charlie. But there you have it, folks. A Tootsie Roll rose. It tastes super sweet and it looks super sweet. So I'll take a picture when I have both of them done, and I'll put a description. In the description, I'll put a link to the girls eating these and their Tootsie Pops. And yeah, till next time, everybody have a nice day.